Lesson 4.5 Quantifiers. Quantifiers indicate the quantity of a noun. They respond to questions how much or how many. As with the articles in English, quantifiers define nouns and are always located. Al siguiente video de un curso de inglés básico. Estoy trabajando con una página que me parece muy útil y de la cual he aprendido mucho. Así como he aprendido, espero te sirva a ti este video. Si quieres coordinar conmigo una clase virtual, me puedes contactar a mi Instagram aquí abajo. Comenzamos. Y bien, ya estamos aquí en la página curso-inglés.com. La lección de hoy es la 4.5 Quantifiers. Como dice el título del video, esta lección es 100% en inglés, así que vamos a cambiarle aquí con este botón. Ahí lo cambiamos a inglés y comenzamos. Lesson 4.5 Quantifiers. Quantifiers indicate the quantity of a noun. They respond to questions how much or how many. As with the articles in English, quantifiers define nouns and are always located in front of the noun they define. Some quantifiers can be used only with countable nouns, other only with uncountable nouns, and other with both. Here we have a table and we can identify which can be used with countable and which can be used with uncountable nouns. So we have here many with countable, much with uncountable, some for both, any for both, no or none for both, a lot of for both, a little only for uncountable, a few for countable. We use quantifiers to express the idea of quantity or number. The following is a summary of the various quantifiers and how and when to use them. Many, meaning a large but indefinite quantity. Use. This quantifier is used most often in negative and interrogative sentences, with countable nouns in plural. Many can also be used in affirmative sentences, but it is not very common. More often, in affirmative we use other quantifiers such as a lot. Examples. Negative sentences. There are not many tourists. Interrogative sentences. How many cats do you have? Affirmative sentence. We have many friends. Many can also be combined with two or so to express the idea of an excessive quantity. Examples. There are too many chances for me. There are so many things I want to do. Much, meaning a large but indefinite quantity. Use. As with many, much is used to express the idea of a large quantity and is used most often negative and interrogative sentences. Unlike many, we use much only with uncountable nouns. Much can also be used in affirmative sentences, although it is more formal and not very common. Examples. Negative sentences. There is not much time. Interrogative sentence. How much money do you have? Affirmative sentences. We have much to do. Like many, much can also be combined with two or so to express the idea of an excessive quantity. Examples. There is too much work. We have so much work to do. Some, meaning an unspecified but limited quantity. Use. Some is used with both uncountable nouns as well as countable nouns in plural. It is used in affirmative sentences and occasionally with interrogative sentences to affirm something. In negative and interrogative sentences, some is replaced with any. Examples. Affirmative sentences, countable nouns. She has some apples. Affirmative sentences, uncountable nouns. There is some milk in the kitchen. Interrogative sentences. Would you like some coffee? Any, meaning an unspecified quantity, one or more. Use. Any is used in the same context as some, but only in negative and interrogative sentences. Examples. Negative sentences, countable nouns. I do not have any cats. Negative sentences, uncountable nouns. We does not have any money. He does not have any money. Interrogative sentences, uncountable nouns. Are there any changes? Interrogative sentences, uncountable nouns. Is there any milk? No, none, meaning not any. Use. As opposite to no, none can be used without a noun, countable or uncountable. It is therefore generally found at the end of a sentence and only in response to the question that refers to quantity. Examples. Interrogative sentences, countable nouns. How many pencils are there? None. Negative sentences, countable nouns. There are no pencils. Interrogative sentences, uncountable nouns. How much money do you have? None. Negative sentences, uncountable nouns. I have no money. A lot of, lots of, meaning a large but indefinite quantity. Use. This quantifier can be used with both countable and uncountable nouns as opposite to much or many. A lot is not generally used in interrogative sentences. In general, the use of lots of is more informal. Examples. Affirmative sentences, countable noun. He has a lot of books. Negative sentences, countable nouns. He does not have a lot of books. Affirmative sentences, uncountable nouns. I have a lot of money. Negative sentences, uncountable noun. I do not have a lot of money. A little, meaning a small but indefinite quantity. Use. These quantifiers are used only with uncountable nouns. The use of one over the other reflects an opinion regarding the quantity. The use of a little implies a positive opinion of the quantity, while the use of little reflects a negative attitude. Example. Interrogative sentences. Do you have a little money? Affirmative sentences. We have little time. Few, a few, meaning a small but indefinite quantity. Use. These quantifiers can only be used with countable nouns. As we saw above, the use of one over the other reflects an opinion about the quantity. Few reflects a negative opinion, while a few a positive one. Example. Interrogative sentences. Do you have a few dollars? Affirmative sentence. There are a few tourists here today. So here we have the end of the lesson. We have also the unit test. Remember to do it, to practice it. Let's go to do one question. Choose the correct answer. Let's pick one. Here, the 7th one. Choose the sentence which grammatically correct. Can I have some milk? Can I have some milks? Can I have any milk? Can I have any milks? Can I have some milk is the correct one because milk is uncountable and you don't add s. So both of this one, the second one and the fourth, are incorrect because you can add s to express milk in plural. Can I have any milk is not it's not usual to to hear it. So let's check it. Remember, number 7. Let's click in Resolver and let's go to check number 7, and it's correct. Remember to save your grade and log in to save your progress. See you in the next video. Y listo, hasta aquí el video de la lección. Espero que les haya gustado. Ya saben, si les gustó, por favor comenten, darle un like. Recuerden suscribirse para ser notificados cuando esté publicado el siguiente video. Por aquí les va a aparecer un video sugerido de la clase anterior, por si no lo has visto, y al otro lado, por aquí o por acá, de la siguiente lección. Los invito a revisarlos, estoy seguro que les será muy útil y pasen un buen día. Hasta el próximo video.